probably better storage methods, but it'll do, right? You know, let me just, foot's kind of stuck. Good morning. Got it. So, today I think I'm going to focus on a couple of drawer faces that my wife wants to be natural wood. So I picked up this piece of black walnut from a hardwood supplier in Fresno. I don't really recall what they were charging per board foot. And honestly, it's probably better I don't, because it's expensive stuff. But this is what we're going to be working with today. Is black walnut. All right, so here we are in my kitchen, back to the kitchen island. I've shown a couple of videos of it before, and that area there was the area for utensils and stuff, drawers, pullouts. But as I mentioned earlier, those we want them to be natural wood. So I'm going to get to work on that. Measure twice, cut once. So I measured it more than twice. I was pretty worried about cutting the wrong spot on this. I didn't want to mess it up and have to buy another piece. Here I'm just cleaning up the edges. It comes with one edge pretty straight, so I'll use that against the fence first, remove the rough edge, and then measure to the width that I actually want and cut it. Where was I? Then it's off to the rockler sled to cut these things to length nice and square, and then to the drum sander. I still have this in the shop, borrowed it from a buddy, so if it's there, I'm going to use it and make these things nice and flat. This here, I never thought that I would use double-sided tape so much as a woodworker, but I use this stuff all the time. So I'm going to fasten both of my pieces down on this board. This is just a scrap piece of plywood that I have. Orient them the way that I like. So from here I can treat them like one board and do everything together, and the finished product will look like they're meant to be together. This here is just water, but man, it really gives you an idea of what that walnut's going to look like. The purpose of this, I shared it because it's fun and it's beautiful, but I want to raise the grain, and then I had to go through a whole session of sanding again, which I didn't show because nobody wants to watch me sand for too long. Here I have a 1/4 inch router bit that I set up a straight edge, again using some double-sided tape, and just running that through because I want to give the illusion that these are multiple drawers. We wanted to go for the apothecary look on this whole kitchen island for the most part. Apothecary being someone who would mix potions or medicines, drugs, would need a lot of places to store the things to be mixed, so it's a lot of drawers. I think that's a word that's meant to be said with an accent. Apothecary. Maybe deeper. Apothecary. Oh yeah. And dang it. That is frustration. I messed up, and I'll show you. My straight edge moved just slightly, so I had to move the straight edge over a little bit more, make my 1/4 inch gap, a little bit wider, to hide my mistake. And then of course go back to all my other grooves that I already made and redo those so they match the one that I messed up. So more work, and it changed the look a little bit, not significant enough that anybody's going to notice. And honestly, it would have been a whole lot easier to just remove it from the video, edit it out, and not show my mistake. But I don't know, there's something admirable to me about leaving mistakes in and showing how we fix them and move forward. I think we skipped some steps here. So I got busy and I knocked some things out when I could, and I didn't record like I should. So to catch you up, got the painting done on the cabinets, went with a dark green, and then oiled the fronts and installed them on the boxes. Sorry about that. I'll do better. Now I'm working on installing some hardware. So I use a ruler. Started using a ruler a lot for stuff like this instead of a tape measure. It's a lot more accurate. And then I was just kind of going through with an awl and a small punch to start my holes. And then there I am with a drill bit. Small enough it's not going to hurt my hands. I kind of hold the drill bit and guide it as I go. So now I'm installing the hardware. That's unlacquered brass and flathead screws, which I just messed one up. Debated on leaving it and knew that I would think about it all night long, so I pulled it out and we'll grab another one. So yeah, unlacquered brass. It'll patina over time and age and hopefully just get more beautiful as it does. So I thought about editing part of this out because it's just me doing the same thing over and over again, but there's something about a brass flathead screw that is just so satisfying. And I used to hate flathead screws and think, after the invention of the Phillips, why? My level of appreciation for the flathead screw has gone up as I appreciate the old things and old ways, but I dig them. Just kind of wipe everything down, get my fingerprints off of there. We don't want it aged just yet. I added some brass rods inside too to help hold everything together, but yeah, I'll show you. The one on the right's gonna hold some utensils and whatever else we put down on the bottom. Ta-da! And on the left, we have a knife block that's going to go in there. I have to modify a little bit and then oils and such, but here we are, finished product. Thanks for watching.